Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Arababaya coming at you with a quick lesson from the Chicago camp. I titled this lesson, The Venezuelan Invasion. So I was looking at this and it was talking about, this clip was talking about the U.S. in a position they're in at this moment with their petrodollar, with their money, period. I thought it would be interesting. Before I get started on the video, I want to say that this video is for teaching purposes. It's for educational purposes. I'm not making any money off of this. Fair use, fair use. So anyway, I want to touch on this real quick. I want to start off with a scripture before I show the video, but I want to show why America is doing this stuff in Venezuela, because they know that this country is having financial problems and they're not telling the citizens. Let's go to Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." So the devil is Esau, and the reason that they're kidnapping and stealing, presidents and grasping for oil is because these other countries have band together and formed a BRICS nation, and they're against America. So America's trying to find an alternate source to get their their oil and all the things that this country needs to run. But anyway, I'm gonna let this video play because this is gonna really cover a lot of stuff. Check this out.
Countries see this as confirmation that the dollar system is coercive. The BRICS nations announced the creation of a new reserve currency backed by a basket of commodities, including oil, gold, and rare earth minerals. Oil hits $134 per barrel. The dollar has fallen 18% from its January 2026 peak. The dollar's share of global reserves falls below 50% for the first time since World War II. U.S. import prices spike. Inflation hits 11% despite a recession. The Fed is trapped. They cannot raise rates high enough to fight inflation without bankrupting the government. Gas prices hit $8.20 per gallon. The American standard of living is collapsing. The U.S. is forced to accept a multipolar currency system. The dollar remains important, but is no longer dominant. The era of American economic hegemony built on the petrodollar is over. And it ended because the U.S. tried to enforce the system through military power instead of maintaining it through economic strength. The invasion of Venezuela on January 3rd,
I want to say, and by them using their military power, instead of them, making whatever deals they do and keep it, they steal. This is what they do. I want to go to, I want to read a quick scripture right quick. I want to go to Obadiah chapter 1. It's only one chapter. I want to go to verse 5. It says, "If thieves come to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would I have stolen till I had enough? If grape grabbers came to thee, would not leave some grapes?" Verse 6, it says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?" How does he do this stuff? Listen to this. It says, verse 7, it says, "All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border, and the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and have prevailed against thee. They that ate the bread have laid a wound under thee, and there's no understanding in them." So these men that America was with, that's part of the BRICS now, are against America. They've laid, when they say laid a wound, they laid a trap. They're trying to destroy this country because of the unrighteous dealings. These countries have band together to destroy the dollar, and that's what they're doing, and that's what this is all about. Go ahead and finish playing the video.
2026 will be remembered as the moment the petrodollar died, not because Venezuela is so important, but because the U.S. revealed that the system is maintained through force. And once you reveal that, the system is finished. Now, who wins?
I want to say this right quick, Salakia. I want to say this right quick. Yeah, everything that they do is where they're stealing or is forced upon, because the Lord gave Esau the sword. That was his blessing. One quick scripture. I'm going to go to Malachi chapter 2, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that devise iniquity. Woe unto them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it's in the power of their hand. They covet fields, they take them by violence, and houses, they take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, and even a man and his heritage. So this is what they're doing. You know, they went over there and they stole that, I should say kidnapped that president. And, there's a they have rules to doing that. It's a process, and they didn't keep it. So it's gonna be, it's gonna be a turnout from that. Something's gonna happen, but this is what they do.
And who loses? The losers are the American people. You are going to pay $8 per gallon for gas within 18 months. Your cost of living is going to rise 35% as the dollar falls and import prices spike. Your savings will lose 25% of their purchasing power. Your retirement will be destroyed. You did not invade Venezuela, but you are the one who will pay the price. The losers are oil exporting countries that stay loyal to the dollar. If you are Kuwait or the UAE and you stay in the petrodollar system, you are now wondering if you made the right choice. You could have diversified, you could have negotiated with China. Instead, you stayed loyal. And the reward is watching the dollar collapse and your reserves lose value. The winners are China and the countries that left the dollar system early. China locked in energy supplies and yuan. They built an alternative financial system. They positioned themselves as the refuge for countries fleeing the dollar. When the dollar falls 25%, China's yuan gains 35% in relative value. China wins. The winners are countries with hard assets and no dollar debt. If you are a country with gold reserves, oil reserves, and minimal dollar-denominated debt, you are insulated from the dollar collapse. You can trade in alternative currencies.
That's the financial side, but we know that through the scriptures that it's going to be a war. It's going to be World War III. It's going to be a nuclear war because of this. Yes, the dollar is going to fall. Yes, that's going to happen. But the end all be all is that this earth was given unto the wicked, and Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua is going to take them out of power. Let's go to Job chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Where's Esau? Esau, everything he does is through rape, robbing, stealing, and killing. I got another precept. Let's go to John chapter 10, verse 10. It says, the thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I come that you might have life and that you might have it more abundantly. So that's Esau's thing. That's Esau's MO, is to just, take what he wants. And the time is getting short. The Lord's going to come back, and he's going to take him out of power, and he's going to put the people of the Lord, which are the Israelites, the 12 tribes, back in power. That's what's going to happen ultimately. I'm going to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.